Hello my friend, this is Amner Hunter from amnerhunter.com. Happy to spend some time with you on this video. This time around, I want to share with you and check out 3 new free plugins and also share with you a couple of awesome deals in light of Black Friday season coming up. The first free plugin of this list is by Airwindows. This is called Dynamics, a compressor and gate that will give you a cool effect, especially in percussive elements. Next up, we have the brand new version 2 of the Monster synthesizer by Agus Hardiman, a very complete synthesizer with independent effects and controls and also with many presets ready to use. The next free plugin, it's the brand new release by Izotope. This is the Audiolens that will provide you with an accurate EQ curve of a reference or target track that you can then use to get closer with your mix, with your master. The next plugin, it's the first paid one of the list. It's the Amp Sim by Bogren Digital, the AmpKnob RevC, emulating a Mesa Boogie RevC with an elite signal chain by James Bogren himself, legendary mixing and audio engineer. This plugin only has one knob and you don't need much more than that. This plugin has a 50% off at the moment that you need to check out. And the last paid plugin on this list, it's by the company Izotope. Again, this is the Neoverb, a very cool artificial intelligence reverb plugin that has a 75% off. As usual, I will leave you all of the applicable and downloadable links related to the content of this video in the video description and first comment, and I also leave you timestamps in case that you want to move around between the mini segments of the video. Before we begin, I'd like to invite you quickly to my website amnerhunt.com, where I have some additional previews for you. You can get some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players about mixing with free plugins, about music productivity in your home studio, about how to make more music in less time. I also have some tools such as some collections of guitar impulses, a drum sample pack for rock and metal sound, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out the blog and this channel, which I'm updating weekly with tons of free content. So now let's get straight to the video. The first plugin we're checking out here, it's the new Dynamics by Airwindows. This is basically a compressor with a gate that can work in many musical ways. First, you have here the compression control. The more you increase it, the more compression you add. Then the speed of the gate and the gate. And very cool dry wet functionality also to blend the dry and wet signal. I'm gonna use this compressor gate on drums for you to listen to the possibilities that you can get with this. As usual, as every Airwindows plugins, the visual interface is very simple. It's super lightweight as all of the other Airwindows plugins. Let's take a listen. The next plugin and instrument on this list, it's the new Monster synthesizer by Agus Hardiman. This new version has a very cool new skin, a dark skin, and you also have the option to choose a light skin. In this version was improved the CPU performance, very lightweight. It includes also 200 presets of different categories: bass, bell, brass, hit, lead, mallet, pad, pluck, riser, strings, vox, and weird sound effects. You have some additional controls here like distortion, chorus, delay, and reverb independently, and of course the ADSR, attack, decay, sustain, and release. You have different voices to choose from, different waveforms, and you have the MIDI keyboard here. This is a very complete synthesizer that works great. You're gonna love the sounds. I'm gonna go through some of these presets in the different categories quickly for you to listen to some of the possibilities. Let's take a listen. The next freebie on this list, it's the brand new Audiolens by Izotope. This is a cool application on your desktop. This is not a plugin per se. You can't use this within your DAW. Use it on your desktop. It's available for both Mac and Windows. It provides you with a reference track. Visually, you're gonna see the EQ curve and it will display the lows, mids, and highs and what you're missing from your reference. So you play a song from your favorite streaming service or something, you click here on capture and you're gonna start to see the EQ curve of that song. You can name the target and then you listen to your track and you can compare it with the visuals of this plugin. Let's do it very quickly. I'm gonna first play the reference track or the target, and then I'm gonna play another track and let's compare. And I can write here the name of the target, like for instance, new song. I'm gonna save it and then I'm gonna play the other track that I have, which is my mix, and I want to get closer to this EQ curve. And now I can see what's going on with my track, which is now in white, and the one that it's in purple, it's the reference. And here it will light up these letters, telling you what's missing in the song a bit. Here, for instance, highs and lows. This might be useful for you to know what's missing on your song, on your mix that the target has. This is a very quick way to know what's going on with your mix and with a reference track. The first plugin on this list that has a cool deal, this one is the AmpKnob by Bogren Digital. It has a 50% off at the moment. So instead of costing you $50, I believe it's in $25 at the moment. An amazing amp simulator of a Mesa Boogie Rev amplifier. With Jens Bogren, the engineer behind this, you're gonna get an amazing signal chain with the mic technique of Jens Bogren and also the cabinet impulse. In the new version of this plugin that I don't have updated yet, you can disable the cap section and you can use an external impulse. But on this version that I have, it doesn't have that option. This is a one knob plugin. With this one knob, you're gonna increase the distortion and gain of the amp sim, and it will give you a beautiful mix ready guitar sound right out of the box. You have some additional controls here, like a gate that works great, and you can also use it in stereo mode to feed two guitars with just one plugin. That's how I am going to use it. I'm gonna use this plugin on a couple of rhythm guitars and a lead guitar on this mix, first isolated and then in a context of the full mix. Let's take a listen. The last plugin on this list, it's the Neoverb by Izotope. This is a plugin that has a 75% off at the moment, an artificial intelligence reverb that has very cool options and will give you a cool sound immediately. It works great for musicians, I think, more than just for producers or engineers because you don't need to mess around a lot with the settings here, but you have them anyway. The main control is here in the center for the reverb. You have here the reflections, and also you can choose the different types of reverb: plate, chamber, room, hall, and you control here how much of that reverb it's added to the signal. And you have also additional controls for each one of the different reverbs. You have also an equalizer at the bottom. You have the dry wet functionality here, and you can blend the different reverbs here with the colors: reflections, plate, and hall. You have also pre-delay. Where this plugin really shines, it's here in the reverb assistant. You click here and you're gonna choose the style that you want, from realistic to dramatic, the size of the reverb, how much percentage, the dry wet signal, and if you want a clean, dark, bright, or airy reverb. So you need to play the audio, click next. It will start analyzing the audio and it will provide you with a reverb that's suited for the purposes of your instrument. Of course, you can tweak it later. Let's take a listen on these drums. Please let me know down below in the comment section, my friends, what are your thoughts on these plugins, on the free ones, the paid ones? Do you have a favorite? Are you excited to try one of these? Let me know down below in the comment section. I will be more than glad to read it. And before we go, I'd like to invite you quickly one last time to my website, AmpKnob.com, where you can get some additional freebies, some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also some tools such as some collections of guitar impulses, a drum sample pack, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out the blog and this channel, which I'm updating weekly with tons of free content. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it very much. I will see you very soon in the next one. Alright, take care.